Hi guys, it's Harry Potter week. Harry Potter. I was born into a Harry Potter family, so I didn't have a choice whether or not I was going to like it, but even if I had a choice, I'm sure I would have loved it. I started reading Harry Potter when I was 6 years old in first grade, and I remember the first time my class got to go to the school library. Went up to the librarian and I asked, "Excuse me, where are the Harry Potter books?" And the librarian looked at this tiny child and she's like, "Aren't you a little young to be reading those books?" I was like, "Oh, well, I'm reading the third book with my mom right now, but I really want to get ahead and read it here at school, so where are they?" And ever since that point, I was the Harry Potter girl at school. I was the girl you went to if you needed any Harry Potter information, if you needed to know where the books were or something that happened. I mean, I was very, like, anti-spoiler, but, you know, if you needed the trivia, I was the girl you went to. Probably also because I went around just like talking in a British accent constantly, pretending that I was a Hogwarts student. I'm actually not that bad at a British accent. I used to be a lot better. Honestly, this is not my best work. I used to be a lot better at it because my part of my family is British, my grandfather and my grandmother on my dad's side, and so just growing up with them, hearing their accents, it really helped me develop a pretty, I mean, I'd like to think it's accurate, but it might be terrible, and I'm sure my grandfather's watching this and going, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" But, you know, I try my best. And yeah, I used to talk like this all the time at school, and especially because later I got into other British media like Doctor Who and Sherlock and stuff like that. As you can tell from the TARDIS on my shelf, you can't really see it in this light. Sorry, there's a TARDIS on my shelf. It's signed by Matt Smith and Karen Gillan. Anyway, I'm gonna drop the accent, but, you know, I got into lots of British sort of stuff. I was one of those kids, and so I spoke in a British accent a lot. That's not really relevant to Harry Potter though, so yeah, always have loved Harry Potter. It was a huge part of my childhood growing up. It was something that always meant a lot to me, and being a kid who didn't always fit in, it just felt like it really always was there to welcome me home. I am not a Gryffindor or Hufflepuff, as Joey suggested on Monday. I'm a Ravenclaw. Now, okay, let me tell you the story behind that. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a Gryffindor because, you know, Harry was a Gryffindor and I wanted that. And then eventually I realized I'm the least brave person in the world. I'm afraid of everything. And I know people are like, "Oh, well, being brave isn't not being afraid. It's being afraid and facing your fears anyway." But I don't face my fears. I run away. I'm just not a brave person, but education and school and learning has always meant so much to me. It's a very core piece of who I am. It's something I value. Just learning and curiosity has been something I've valued ever since I was very little, and I really am a Ravenclaw at heart. However, Pottermore doesn't know that. I have made new accounts on Pottermore and tried to take the test 3 times, and 3 times in a row it has told me I'm a Gryffindor, but I swear to God, I do not have any Gryffindor characteristics at all. I am like a Ravenclaw through and through. I mean, I guess I do put out some Gryffindor characteristics, at least in these videos, but to be fair, it's a lot easier to seem Gryffindor-y on camera instead of being socially anxious and afraid in real life, because that's me in real life. So I've read Cursed Child and I like it, but no spoilers because it just came out, but I like it. It's interesting. It's a little different, which, you know, it's hard to process at first, but I think it's kind of what's needed right now because it has been a long time since the last book came out and we're all in different places, and I think it addresses a lot of things that the original books just failed to grapple with, certain characters and issues like that. And I think The Cursed Child did a really good job of that. So yeah, I rated a solid 7 or 8 out of 10. Off topic, but do you guys like my new glasses? I just got them today. I really like them. They're different. They're nice. I have a ton of wands. I have so many wands, and I brought like 5 of them to school with me, and my reasoning is that I am in Florida now, and now in LA we've got the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, but we didn't when I went off to school. That just opened this spring, and so I'm like, okay, well, I'm definitely going to want to go to the one in Orlando. I've been once, definitely going to want to go again, and if I bring friends with me, I want us to all have our own wands. But most people, most college students, probably aren't going to bring wands to school, so I will bring wands for everyone, for all my friends. So I brought like 5 wands. And I don't know if I brought any of those back with me. I can't find them right now. I couldn't find them when I went to the midnight release of The Cursed Child, so I'm assuming they're in a storage container in Florida right now, which honestly was just so negligent of me. But I'll have those soon because I'm going back to school in a month, guys. I'm really excited. Gotta get back to Hogwarts. Gotta get back to school. Gotta get yourself to Hogwarts. where everything is magical. Harry Potter just means so much to me, and it always has. I mean, so many of my sort of foundational memories revolve around Harry Potter, about going to a midnight premiere or book release, or reading it with my family members, and like Harry Potter has always been there ever since I was 6 years old. I actually started reading the books because Order of the Phoenix came out, and my parents were sitting on the couch reading Order of the Phoenix and ignoring me, and I did not like that. I wanted them to pay attention to me. So I asked my dad to read Order of the Phoenix to me. He read the first chapter, but I kept interrupting him because I was asking questions and stuff, since obviously I hadn't read the first 4 books. I had no idea what was going on. And so my dad said, okay, listen, I'm not going to read this to you right now, but go to your mom and have her start reading The Sorcerer's Stone for you. And she did, and that changed my life. And here I am now, a huge Harry Potter nerd. This is what I've got. Okay, I went to LeakyCon one year. Not on purpose though. My brother and I ended up going, we got a one-day ticket, we met Hank Green, it was rad. I've met Hank Green a lot. I go to Hank Green's college. I don't know if I told you that, sorry, that's really off topic, but I go to Eckerd College, which is where Hank Green went to school. So that's a thing. I ended up going to LeakyCon that year, just by happenstance, if you will, and here's the little book. It's signed by a bunch of cool people. You can see right there. So that was cool. Anyway, my grandpa's actually here right now, and they're calling me to go say goodbye to him. So I will see you guys next week, and see the rest of you guys on your days, and see Eric tomorrow. Bye, guys. You become a part of me, and I take you wherever I go. Harry, I'm coming home. Harry, I'm coming home. And time it passes by, but no matter how far I roam, Harry, I'm coming home.